Asking what being Jewish means to you is very difficult. It is the foundation of my whole life. It is a tradition in which I was born and in which I live, which links me to millions of Jews all over the world.
I joined the army at 18. The perhaps first impression that during the first few days were because I had to rethink my own feelings, my own philosophy, and so on and so forth, because when you went there for breakfast, which I did, the cooks came around with a big bucket full of something associated with pigs. The problem that I had is, do I make a fuss or do I just sit quietly and eat it? Now I realized that me, a little boy from Leipzig, against 400 wild Scotsmen, I think this was not an even battle, so I ate it.
I walked into the mess one evening, and the group of fellas, sitting, chatting. And there was one young fellow, well, the Jews control the banks, the Jews control the newspapers, if Jews run this, the Jews run that, the Jews run everything. Jews making money out of the war. So I said to him, what's your rank? I'm getting the same pay as you. I'm making a lot of money out of this war, aren't I? Quiet. And after that, we developed a friendship.
A 1,200 complement we had on board, and I was the only Jew. Nobody asked me my religion. Nobody mentioned anything about Jews on board. There was no anti-feeling that I could hear any back chat from any time. I don't think anybody knew I was Jewish or not. Nobody asked. No questions at all.
Being Jewish had not the slightest effect. You were respected for what you were and what you did. And the very fact that you were a volunteer for this regiment showed you had guts. And if you've got guts, you enjoyed respect.
There was a Jewish hospitality club in Bombay. They put on a Seder night, and I was treated to the spectacle with about 350 servicemen and women sitting down to Seder. And I'm not at all orthodox, just the opposite in fact, but nevertheless, the tremendous inner satisfaction, all the people like yourself to celebrate one particular occasion, it really was it was a wonderful experience. I really enjoyed it.
We are part of an ongoing story. We're not a story all by ourselves. I think that it would be a very big sadness if we were just to be here and to go away.
My wife said to me on one occasion, you know, you should tell your sons what you did. When I came home, not only could I not talk about what had happened to me, I couldn't even think about it. And after many, many years, I felt that I owed it to future generations, if you like, to tell us what a Jew did in the war. As a glider pilot, I flew into Arnhem. I flew on the second lift, that was on the 18th of September in 1944. I was taken a prisoner of war on the Friday. We stayed there from end of September to the beginning of October, and then the forced march. Allied forces were advancing at very high speed. And the Germans didn't want us to be freed because we were all pilots or aircrew. And so they sent us on a march. During the war, my inner faith helped me, it supported me. My faith never wavered.
I felt that I needed something to hang on to when we were lining up on the runway, ready to take off to go out, say, to Germany. And every time, whilst we were on the runway, I used to recite in my own way the first paragraph of the Shema, which I maintain is the most important prayer in our prayer book. And that seemed to give me confidence that something was with me. Shema Yisrael, Ad Hashem Eloheinu, Ad Hashem Echad, Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuso Leolam Voed. Ve'ahavta Eis Ad Hashem Elohecha b'chol levavecha v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha. V'hoyu hadvorim ha'ele asher anochi matzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinanton levonecha v'dibarta bom v'shivtecha b'veisecha u'v'lechtecha v'aderech u'v'shokpa kumecha kshartam leos al yodecha v'hoyu letotafos bein einecha u'gesaftam almazozos bei secha u'vishorecha.
Early in November, as near as possible to the 11th of November, I always attend the service at the cenotaph, and a week later we have the service of Ajax, the Ajax service, and I attend that one as well. It is usually a bit chilly, but I feel it is a duty to go to represent myself, Ajax, and Judaism. I am just approaching my 89th birthday, and there will come a time, maybe tomorrow, maybe 2 years from now, who knows, when I will no longer be able to go. And I want somebody to be there in my stead. And my younger son has agreed that he will go in my stead.